Straight ahead on CCX News, a close call for New Hope Police. Why police say this case should have never happened. Plus, did you have gifts stolen from your front doorstep? Police in Robbinsdale need your help to return these items to their rightful owner. And what a new report says about the economic impact of North Hennepin Community College.
I think I wasn't totally surprised, but I was certainly pleasantly surprised at the results.
CCX News starts right now.
Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us. It was a busy weekend for New Hope Police. They had 2 serious incidents in the city within 20 minutes. Reporter Sonia Goins is live with details on the first case. Sonia?
Hey Shannon, I'm at North Suburban Towing where this car has been held as evidence. New Hope Police say a man used this vehicle to slam head on into one of their squads. Now he must have been going pretty fast. Check out this damage here, you guys. The front end is all bent in, the light's gone, nothing but metal hanging out here. Now follow me over here, there's even more damage. Check out this tire, you guys. There's nothing but tread. Check this out. Police say that the guy was just driving just on rims through a neighborhood, but this is not the worst of it. They said he should have never been behind the wheel.
This is a case of a police officer doing their job.
Around 12:30 Saturday morning, police responded to a suspected drunk driver near Independence Manor Apartments. They say a man was driving on flat tires through the grass. You can still see tire tracks. Police attempted to stop the driver, but he kept going.
The suspect drives around one squad car and then straight on into and rams the second squad car.
The squad received minimal damage. The front bumpers took the brunt of the impact, but there's damage to both front fenders. Police say this could have turned out much worse.
This is one of our canine officers who did have the canine partner with him, and the officer moved to the side of the street when the suspect was obviously appearing to not stop, and the suspect still hit him head on. I don't know why.
Meanwhile, the driver of the vehicle wasn't even supposed to be driving. He has multiple felony convictions.
The suspect is a multi-time repeat DWI offender who had no driver's license at the time of the incident.
Now, luckily, everybody's okay. The driver's okay, the canine's okay, and the police officer's okay. Now, the 29-year-old suspect is expected to be charged with DWI, but he could face more serious charges for ramming the police car. Now, we checked out his record. He has felony convictions for third-degree assault and terroristic threats. Live in Crystal, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
All right, thank you, Sonia. 20 minutes after that case, New Hope Police received a call about a fight at Outtakes Bar and Grill. Police say the altercation first started with 2 people and then included 2 others. In all, police say 4 people suffered stab wounds, 3 people will be okay, but 1 person remains in the hospital. Police are still gathering information, but they hope to make arrests soon. They are asking the public to contact them if they have any information that could help. Meanwhile, Hennepin County prosecutors filed charges late Monday afternoon accusing 2 people of stealing packages from doorsteps in the Robbinsdale area. But police need the public's help in returning the stolen items to their rightful owners. Reporter Meredith Hackler has more.
All of this is a crime of opportunity, so it's preventable.
While package theft is preventable, in some cases, it's inevitable.
Everybody knows that package theft occurs, and it's very widespread nowadays, especially this time of year. So having the people watching out for each other, it shows that people actually care about their neighborhoods.
On Friday, Robbinsdale and Crystal Police worked together to arrest 2 people for package theft. If not for the watchful eyes of neighbors, police wouldn't have known the thefts were taking place.
The neighbors watching out for each other and knowing what is suspicious and not suspicious in their neighborhoods is what brought this case about.
While the suspects are in custody, the Robbinsdale Police Department now has dozens of items that the thieves stole. With no addresses or names on any of these items, police are hoping that by sharing images of the stolen merchandise, community members will soon be reunited with their purchases.
As far as we know, they're from at least Robbinsdale and Crystal, but it could be also neighboring cities.
Now, police officers were just able to get those items that you saw out of evidence today. So if you recognize any of those stolen items as yours, you're asked to come here to the Robbinsdale Police Department with a receipt proving that that item is yours, so you can then take that home. In Robbinsdale, Meredith Hackler, CCX News.
Meredith, the Osseo City Council is expected to approve promoting a captain to fire chief at Monday night's meeting. Captain Mike Finau has served the Osseo Fire Department since 2006. The city wanted to promote internally and Finau applied for the job. After the interview process, the city offered Finau the position beginning January 1st. The Osseo School District has resumed its search for a new superintendent. Interim Superintendent Jim Balk, who retired from the Eastern Carver County School District, is currently filling the void, while the school board looks for a permanent replacement. The board has hired a search firm to help find prospective candidates. The goal is to identify the leading candidate for the job by late February. This week, residents in Brooklyn Park and Brooklyn Center can learn more about major changes planned for Highway 252. MnDOT is planning to turn the highway into a freeway by eliminating intersections and adding overpasses. The first of several open houses will be held Tuesday night at Evergreen Community School in Brooklyn Center. Another will be held Wednesday evening at the Brooklyn Park Community Activity Center. The project secured full funding last year. MnDOT plans to begin construction in 2022. North Hennepin Community College has been around for more than 50 years. Today it finds itself in the midst of an enormous challenge, one faced by all schools of higher learning, trying to address a workforce shortage in high demand areas. North Hennepin feels it has a special economic story to tell. As Corey Bork reports in this week's Business Matters, the two-year college in Brooklyn Park is not only enriching the student body, it's enriching the state.
When you think of North Hennepin Community College, the school's diversity comes to mind. Nearly half its students are students of color. But North Hennepin is also gaining a reputation as an economic engine.
The community has grown, the area is growing economically, there are new business and industries moving in, and the students that we serve here and the revenue that comes into the college and out of the college is just really making a difference in the community.
Make that a big difference. A new study by consulting firm Parker Phillips valued North Hennepin's contribution to the state's economy last year at $272 million. Some of that figure is attributed to the school's nearly 500 employees.
And it's not just the nearly 500 people employed here at North Hennepin that helps the economy, it's also the school's 10,000 students.
The study also evaluated the output of North Hennepin graduates. The study projects the college's alumni will contribute $3.2 billion to Minnesota's economy over the span of their 40-year careers.
We have an educated citizenry. We have our students out there in key jobs in very high-demand areas.
Those high-demand areas include nursing, something North Hennepin specializes in.
If you've read the papers, you know that there's huge demand for nurses out there in our economy.
Other high-demand areas include careers in computer science, data analytics, and cybersecurity.
These are things that the economy is screaming for, and we're ready to help provide that workforce.
North Hennepin is also working to fill gaps caused by retiring baby boomers, including a shortage of employees in human services and social work.
North Hennepin has those programs here on campus. We're helping Hennepin County in particular solve a problem that they're facing. Up to 40% of their workforce could retire in the next 5 years.
Addressing the shortage is no small task, but President McDonald believes North Hennepin will be part of the solution.
We have high engagement amongst our faculty and staff and students that are very excited about being here, and I believe their needs are being well served.
For Business Matters, Corey Bork, CCX News.
And North Hennepin has had an economic impact in other ways, too. For example, the school's faculty, staff, and students generate nearly $4 million a year in charitable giving. Still ahead on CCX News, a toy drive that has gone on for decades and continues to impress each and every year. Plus, some of the top local boys basketball teams are showcased at the Breakdown Tip-Off Classic. That story is later in sports. But first, a rather uneventful Tuesday weather-wise. There are also signs later this week of a warm-up. Holiday parties are synonymous with the month of December. But there's an annual get-together in Brooklyn Park that's centered around the spirit of giving, though none of the invited actually receives a gift. As Delane Cleveland reports in today's edition of The Holiday Spirit, this annual tradition draws hundreds of people.
Hello. Every year on the second Saturday of December,
good to see you. Merry Christmas.
Jerry Moskowitz welcomes dozens of people into his Brooklyn Park home.
We've got people that are driving up to 2 hours to be here today.
It's a tradition that dates back to the mid-1980s.
See, we've got everything from people that I've known, people I work with, neighbors, our kids.
During a 9-hour time span, about 160 people will make their way through Jerry's front door.
Because it's just a thing that we've always done. I have friends from high school that still come every year, and it's just a great tradition.
Hi, how you doing?
But this isn't your typical Christmas gathering. They're here specifically to contribute to Jerry's 33rd annual Toys for Tots drive.
It's a nice atmosphere. When you walk in the door and you see what you and others have created with the pile of toys, it really kind of brings home the Christmas feeling, I think.
Throughout the course of the day, visitors bring toy after toy after toy and place it by the tree.
Throughout the year, I always, if I see something on sale, I'll buy it and then just store it until I come here.
Yes, they bring the toys here despite knowing plenty of other drop-off locations exist.
And I think there's a lot of pride that people to be able to say that they were part of a group that gave this much to the Toys for Tots, and to bring a lot of smiles to people during the holidays.
Wow, you guys.
In this season of giving,
you must be 6.
No.
Few things are more enjoyable than seeing the enthusiasm on a child's face when they unwrap a brand new toy.
I love when people donate because it's a sense of giving. That's what Christmas is about.
That's awesome.
The kids receiving these toys might not live in the greatest of circumstances in their day-to-day lives.
They deserve to have happiness as much as anybody else does.
Yet, thanks to Jerry and his party-goers, happiness will come to several hundred children this Christmas.
There's a lot of good in people.
In Brooklyn Park, DeLaSalle, Cleveland, CCX News.
At last count, Jerry collected about 570 toys and $650. The United States Marine Corps will stop by Jerry's house later this week to gather up everything. So congratulations on another successful year. Still ahead, a shopping experience that's part law and order and part super fun. But first, defending state champ Cooper shoots for a win over top-ranked DeLaSalle in girls basketball. John Jacobson has the highlights up next.
The big Breakdown Sports Tip-Off Classic featured 32 good boys basketball teams from around Minnesota filling up the Lindbergh Center for over 12 hours of hoops Saturday. One of those games featured Champlin Park against the top-ranked team in Class 2A, Minnehaha Academy. And you may have heard of the Red Hawks' Jalen Suggs, the All-State junior with a breakaway dunk. He scores his team's first 5 points. Suggs comes down the baseline and slams home 2 more and put the Red Hawks up by 7 early. Otto should have a big year for the Rebels. He drives in traffic, scores, and is fouled. 27 points in the game for the senior. Otto drives and then kicks a pass out to the corner for an open 3 look for Ethan Renz, and the Rebels lead it by 2. Nice drive by Minnehaha's Prince Ligby, who then dishes to 7-footer Chet Holmgren for the dunk. Minnehaha leads by 3 at halftime on a busy day at the Breakdown. Second half, it's the Rebels' Jacob Johnson dialing up a 3-pointer. He scores a dozen points on the night. Otto starts a drive from the wing and then gives it up to big Alex John for the dunk. 8 points in the game for the senior. This game stayed close, but in the end there was no stopping Suggs. He hammers home 2 more of his game-high 33 points. Champlin Park loses 79-68. Rebels host Wayzata on Thursday. Also at the Breakdown, Hopkins faced Lakeville North. Both teams ranked in the top 5 in Class 4A. Jalen Deering passes to Kerwin Walton. He hits a 3 from the corner, and the Royals lead 6-0. Walton with 17 points in the game. Jack Rush counters with a 3 for the Panthers. They trail it by 3 at this point. And North comes back to take the lead by halftime. Rush with another 3-pointer. He nets a dozen in the game. It's 37-35 Panthers at the halftime. Second half, Andy Stafford drives baseline for the Royals and spots Dane Zimmer open for the jumper. Hopkins leads 56-50. Zeke Najee had a big game for the Royals. The University of Arizona signee knocks down 3 of his 25 points here. Hopkins starting to build the lead. Najee gives the ball to Stafford, who makes a great spin move in the lane, scores and is fouled. Lakeville North makes a run late, but it's the Royals winning 78-72. Park Center, Trutino Grace, and Breck also all won at the Breakdown, while Cooper and Wayzata lost. The Maple Grove boys basketball team is coming off a trip to the state tournament last season, their 3rd in a row. They opened the season by heading up I-94 a few exits to take on Rogers. Jared Rainey, nice pass to Kyle Dreyer for the Maple Grove basket. Then it's Rainey to Rashawn Parker. He nails a three for a 20-12 Crimson lead. But Rogers goes on a 10-0 run. Garrett Van Isle with the steal and basket for a 22-20 Royals lead. Just before halftime, Jake Heeman hits from long range. Rogers leads 29-26 at the break. Both teams are cold to start the second half, but Maple Grove finds a groove. Here the Crimson break the press. Rainey scores 2 of his game-high 16 points. Then Nate Adams and Ryer hit back-to-back threes for a 37-33 Crimson lead. Adams nets 14 points in the game. Parker gets a steal. He'll go all the way for the hoop. He scored 10 points in the night, and Maple Grove wins its opener 57-44. They host STMA on Tuesday. The Cooper girls basketball team got off to a slow start this season, losing their first 2 games. They hope to right the ship when they hosted Class 3A's top-ranked team, DeLaSalle. The Hawks championship team banner from last season now up on the gym wall at Cooper. And it's a good start for the Hawks. Asia Wheeler drives for the layup in an early 8-2 lead. She scores 12 points in the night. They go around the perimeter and then inside to Kiera Wheeler for 2 plus a foul. It's 10-4 Hawks. Kiera Wheeler scores 11. Andrea Tribble drives and loses it, but it's right to Arthel Massaquoi for the layup. She has a strong game inside. DeLaSalle battles back. Kate Graham with a 3. The Islanders within 30-24 in halftime. Second half, Cooper gets it up court to Massaquoi for the crossover move that leads to a hoop and foul. Part of an 18-point night for her. After trailing by double digits, the Islanders rally. Elena Jones hits a jumper plus a foul. She scores 15 points, and Cooper's lead is down to 5. But Massaquoi and the Hawks hold on to win for the first time this season, 63-58. Cooper is the final. That's all for sports. Shannon's back with more in a moment.
And finally, 10 families are ready for Christmas thanks to Brooklyn Park Police and the Crime Prevention Association. 10 children loaded up at the Zanewood Recreation Center this weekend and then went shopping for holiday gifts for their families at Walmart as part of the Shop with a Cop program. The Brooklyn Park Crime Prevention Association members helped wrap the gifts, and then the group had some time left over to play basketball before they went home. So good job, everybody. That's all the time we have for now. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.